this is Jan of Jan Hicks Creates. Welcome to my mad, crazy cross-stitching world. This is a channel about cross-stitch, sometimes about knitting. Forgive my forgive my brain freeze at points. My brain is stuffed full of stuff to get done. I'll explain that more in a second. I don't know how this video is going to go. I hope it's not a long one. We shall see. Welcome to all of you. Happy New Year. I hope you had a wonderful holiday wherever you are and whatever you celebrate. We had a great time over in Portland. As many of you know, my younger son just moved there. My older son lives in Seattle. He was not able to make it down to Portland for Christmas. He only had Christmas Day and the day after off. And number one, decided he didn't want to make that drive. Number two, Christmas Eve was a nightmare with ice, an ice storm. That's when we actually drove into Portland. But all in all, it was a good trip. We, of course, loved being with Ben and Riley. Wandered around a couple of the little neighborhoods. Tried to go to Pittock Mansion, but the day that we were scheduled to go was one of the rainy, windy, like really miserable days, and that whole area lost power. So they closed the mansion. So we weren't able to go because I guess they work on a well and they didn't have any running water. So we weren't able to see that. We did take a walk the next day in the Forest Park, just a small portion of it. What a gorgeous wooded area to have, you know, in your town. Just beautiful, and miles of trails, just really cool. And then, of course, there was the meet and greet at Acorns and Threads. And many thanks to those that came out to see me. I loved meeting you and chatting with you. Of course, I loved being back in a store and chatting with Janine. She's just awesome. And yeah, they'll have my trunk show through the end of, or to the end of January. So if you have a chance to be in the Portland area, I recommend you stop by there and visit Acorns, pick up a pattern or three, kit it up there. They have everything you could possibly need. I brought some of it home with me, not much, but some. So yeah, it was a great day. And then we drove home, got home on Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, uneventful trip home, thank heavens, and had a couple of days to kind of decompress from the trip before getting back to the work week. So the pictures and videos at the beginning are from our trip over and back to Portland. I hope you enjoyed those. And let's see, hit the ground running with New Year's after New Year's, because I got the email that I had made it into Nashville Needlework Market. For those of you that may not be aware, that may be new to the whole cross-stitch world, Nashville Needlework Market is the annual wholesale show, kind of the biggest show in the industry for needlework in general, but mostly for cross-stitch. And it is wholesale, so all of us designers create all kinds of pretty new things. We give sneak peeks to all of our wonderful customers as we get closer to the show, which is the first weekend in March, March 3rd, 3 to 5. You then get in touch with your favorite LNS to place pre-orders for all the pretties, and then the stores come to the show and get all the pretties and bring them home to you. So this is my first time, obviously, being in this show. I am thrilled and excited and stressed, and I have lists galore. Just, yeah, pretty much every couple hours I'm thinking of something new that I have to remember. So I'm making lists like crazy, checking them off. And of course, the main thing is designing and stitching and finishing all the pretties for the show. So I'll be showing you just one little sneak peek at this point in the video today. And then as we get closer, I'll show you the other things. I do have one exclusive for the show. And what that means is that only the stores that actually shop at the show get access to that pattern for the first 30 days. And then I will be sending it to the distributor and to the other to the other stores that I work with. So if they hadn't, you know, attended the show. So that is my huge news. It will keep me from doing many videos. I will be doing one in February, and then I won't do one until after the show in March. So I'll have, you know, a recap of how that went. I do have some other new things that I want to talk to you about today that I'm excited to be kind of kicking off in today's video. The other great news that I have to share is that I got picked up as one of the designers in the X Stitch the Rainbow collaboration. If you remember in August for the Needlework Expo, X Stitch the Rainbow had a theme of Autumn Garden, and and they had a thread pack that was created by Cottage Garden Threads. You know how much I love the Cottage Garden Threads. And so I think there were 25 designers in that group as well. And they put out, and the designs are small. I think 60 by 60 are supposed to be the size of the designs. And they put them out at Expo. And so generated interest not only in this kind of special coordinated pattern set, but also in Cottage Garden Threads. Well, they are doing it again for Nashville Needlework Market. And our theme this time is tea time. And again, I'm going to be part of the group this time. So tea time is the theme. And the threads that we will be using will be from Treenway Silks. Treenway is not a name I think that many people know in the industry, but they have gorgeous silks. So these are the colors that we will be using. I have not started to design this yet. I have 2 fabrics in mind for it. I haven't decided yet. I'll have to design the thing and then start playing with the threads and the fabric and see how it looks. But 4 colors, 3 of them are solids, and 1 is a slightly variegated. It is absolutely gorgeous. I think this palette is beautiful, and I can't wait to start playing with it. So X Stitch the Rainbow Tea Time. So these designs will all be coming out on March 3rd at Market. So again, it'll be part of the things that you can pre-order if you are interested in having the designs from any of us designers participating in this. So that's the big news for this go around. Mike made me some tea. I don't usually drink tea in the morning. I don't know what kind it's called. It's a mixture of different things. I don't think it has any actual tea leaves in it. The only things that I actually remember, it's a mixture of like herbs. And the only things I actually remember are catnip, grass, and stevia. So if I start meowing, you'll know why. So let's see. Nina will be going with us to Nashville. We will be driving across as we do, and she will be staying in our room with us at Nashville. So this should be interesting. God, it's going to be crazy. That's why I said this is my mad, crazy cross-stitch world right now. My mind is just totally focused on that weekend at this point. And I'm getting dishes done, I'm getting laundry done, I'm getting showers and teeth brushed, and that's about it. So let's see. New designs. All right, so I do have a couple of new releases for January. I will have a couple for February as well. And then a bunch for March at Market. So new designs for January. If you remember Antonia Puello 1913. Now you'll notice that my wall behind me is rather bare. That's because most of my models are at Acorns and Threads, and Antonia Puello is one of them. But if you remember, she had those big letters on her that I said I need to figure out something to do with those. Well, I did. I had a brainstorm probably in the shower one day because that's where I do my best thinking. I'm sure there are others of you like that. Okay, so I have decided to do a Christmas alphabet, little ornaments with the letters. And so here are my first 3. This is the January release, A, B, and C. So all of these are around 55, 60 stitches not quite square. It will depend, of course, on the word that I have chosen for that particular letter, but this is A, B, and C. So some of the borders are coming from the different antique samplers that I own, and some of them are borders that I found from other sources. ABC is available now. It is winging its way. The charts are winging their way to Hoffman, my distributor. Stores can also order from me. So if you are interested in starting this set, get in touch with your store and let them know. ABC. So they can order it for you. Okay, so ABC January, D and E February, F and G in March at the show. And then after that, it will be 2 or 3 every month. I want to have it done, have my last set released in November, so that hopefully if you're stitching along, and these don't take long, these take like, if you were stitching for a lot of hours, you could get these done in a day. It takes me a couple days because I'm only stitching at night on these. I usually get 2 to 3 hours in a day on these. What was I going to say? Okay, so I want to have them done by November. So if you're stitching along and finishing along, that's always the catch. You will have them done and ready to put on your tree in December. I do not yet know what word to use for X or Z. I think I've picked Y. I have the list somewhere. If you guys can think of anything clever for X and Z, let me know. Oh, Y is Yule. Okay, so the other release for January, and if you have been around here for a while or have watched previous videos, these will be familiar to you, are this set of smalls. So these are the smalls that came out in the Everything Cross Stitch sampler box or stitchy box, I forget what they call it, last January. They are now mine to do with what I wish, so I am publishing them. Again, these patterns are wending their way to Hoffman. So I've called these Spring Holiday Smalls. So we have Valentine's Day, we have St. Patrick's Day, and we have Easter. So again, if you are interested in getting these so you can start stitching for the holidays, the spring holidays, get in touch with your local store. All right, so those are coming out. They're basically out now, or getting ready to be out. My life is so confused right now with all these different patterns going on in my brain. I do have a little peek for you for Market. Samplings of Lace Spring will be released at Market. And this is one of the pillows in that set. So this is my last Samplings of Lace set. I will admit that I'm glad that these are done so I can move on. I think these are so pretty though. I love how these turned out. Finishing these were a beast. I hate finishing. That is not something new to you guys. I have said that before. I hate finishing. And I was on a tight deadline because I had to get an ad into the trade magazine. But anyways, that is done and ready to be released at Nashville. I have another one stitched. I have Spring Cottages. I mentioned to you that I was going to start working on Spring Cottages, and the cottages will be a series now. Spring is done. It is not fully finished. That I'm pretty sure will be my exclusive unless I am able to get something else done that is I'm working on. We shall see. So yeah, I have that one stitched, ready to be finished. I have Carolyn's Balloons Spring, pretty much designed. Let me see if I can get this on here without spilling everything. I'm trying to make this look like Country Sampler makes their sets look like when they send out kits. This is my palette for Carolyn's Balloons Spring. Tentative palette. I need to do some stitches with it, look back over the pattern. I have it mostly designed, just some little details to finish, and then I'll get that stitched. The fabric is the 46 count Light Nougat by XG Design that I did use on, if you remember, the Carolyn's Balloons Autumn was also a 46 count, and it was this fabric as well. I just thought it looked really, really sweet with these colors. So I hope to get started stitching this by this weekend. I am currently stitching the letters E and F, D and E for the vintage Christmas alphabet. That will be, this is vintage Christmas alphabet 1, that will be vintage Christmas alphabet 2. By the way, that is charted in DMC, so no alternative floss. You could certainly substitute something in. And the fabric that I used is 40 count Affogato by Fiber on a Whim. So, yeah, I think that's everything as far as new stuff and design work is concerned. I did take some time over the holiday break to stitch some other things. I had a new start. Didn't get anything finished, but that's okay. Because I certainly have gotten enough finished since the new year, which, you know, is going to market with me, or is, you know, released designs. I'm sorry. I feel so scattered. Anyways, I did have a new start. I did work a little bit on other things. I worked on my sweater while I was at my son's, mostly because the lighting there was so bad. So I'm not going to show you the sweater today because it's pretty much looks the same. I have some additional rows in it, but it still looks like this kind of weird shapeless blob at this point. So I'm not going to bother you with that. I don't know when I'll get back to it. Depending on how far along preparations and stitching are for market, I will take it with me to work on, possibly in the car. It's hard because Nina always wants to be in my lap, and the sweater is to the point where it's also a lot of sweater in my lap. So I don't know. But anyway, my new start is Winter Rose Manor. This is the one I started with Carolyn Zook, C-Zook Stitch on the first day of winter, I think. So that was December 21st. It seems like ages ago. So I got a little bit done then, and I think did I share that to you in my last video? I don't remember. I did work a little bit more on it kind of after the madness of getting all these models done for the magazine were done. So I worked more in the house, the roof, started the basket. I am using Vicki Clayton's silk conversion for this, and the fabric is 40 count Hawthorne by Needle and Flax, and it is a gorgeous fabric for these colors. I adore how this looks on this fabric. So again, who knows when I'll get back to that. And then I just worked a little bit more on the Mill Hill kit. This is Holiday Memories. I picked this up because, you know, it's kind of an easier one, being a lower count. It's 32 count fabric that I'm using. And I got a little bit of, there's a sled here, so I just started a little bit on this sled. But boy, I think that was the day that the finishing work was just killing me. Lots of swear words. Nothing was going right. It was bad. And so I only got like, I got those dark stitches in like underneath the eaves of the house, and I got the brown, that brown in on the sled, and I was like, my brain is not, it's not doing this today. So I didn't get much stitching done on that. Okay, so that is my other stitching. Let's see, make sure, where am I? I've got to have my list at this point, because I am a mess. Okay. I think I said this is Flosstube 161. It's actually 162, but who cares, right? All right, so new segment that I will be doing in my videos for the foreseeable future is called Get to Know Your LNS. One of the things I'm very aware of as a new designer is the worry that your local stores, be they online or brick and mortar, your online store could or your LNS could very well be an online store because that's where you're most comfortable shopping. They have an awful lot of competition out there. And I want to do whatever I can, not only as a designer, but also as somebody who just adores the craft, to support those stores. And so every month I am going to be highlighting a different store, and I've asked these stores to tell me why they think they should be your LNS. Perhaps you already have an LNS that's close by, and that's awesome, but there's an awful lot of us who don't. And at that point, you know, the world is kind of our oyster, because we could, while we can't physically go anyplace, I don't know of any LNS that isn't open to phone orders, online orders, even if they are a brick and mortar, or of course, if they're an online store. You have so many options, but you don't always know what those options are. And especially if you're a new stitcher. I had somebody comment not too long ago that as a new stitcher, she was only aware of Michael's, Joann's, those types of stores carrying cross-stitch supplies. She was not aware that there is such a thing as an LNS. So my hope is to educate you, possibly bring to your attention a store closer to you that you weren't aware of, or let you know about an online store that maybe is close to you and you can get things shipped more quickly. That's never a bad thing. So what this means is every month I will be highlighting a different store. They have sent me a write-up of who they are, why they do this, and maybe what their store is known for. And they will have some kind of coupon code or giveaway for you to shop at their store and get some goodies. And also, yeah, I think that's, I don't know what everybody's doing, but that's what the first one's doing. So let me share the first one. It is TopKnot Stitcher. Her name is Abby Jensen. She has an online store in California. So let me see. What we're doing is, there's several steps to this, and I will have all of this information put down below with any links that are needed, the link to her store definitely, of course, and the code, so that it will be, you don't have to remember or write it down right now. It'll be down in the show notes, that little arrow underneath where the video is displayed. If you do this on your TV, you of course will need to access it on, you know, a computer or a tablet or whatever. All right, so first and foremost, I'm just reading through my notes to make sure I'm going to say this right. First and foremost, she is going to be giving a $20 gift card to her store to a commenter on this video. And so that will be your standard, you know, leave a comment and I will be doing a drawing probably in the next video. I don't see it happening before middle of February. I want you to just say, I love Abby, in order to be entered into the drawing, and Abby will be the keyword that I will search on. So, like I said, I will be linking her store below. Please take the time to go and peruse her store. She did send me a $20 gift card as well to shop at her store, get a feel for her inventory, get a feel for how her store works. I have to say, so it's TopKnotStitcher.com. I have to say her website is very clean and very easy to use, which is always a plus in my mind. It's very modern looking, which is also a plus in my mind. It's not cluttered. It's easy to navigate. She, of course, does not carry anything. She works out of her home. But my impression was she has some of the designers that we all want, that we all look for. But she also has some of the more esoteric ones that you might not find in your everyday, either local store or online. She tries to focus on, I think, the more, maybe harder to get. She does have fabric, she has needle minders, she has floss. She does not carry all, again, of all lines, but she has a wonderful selection. So, I love Abby in the comments if you would like to be entered for a $20 gift card drawing that I will be pulling, although, you know, you'll get it from her. Let's see. She also is going to be offering a discount code. And again, I will put the code below. It's just my name, Jan Hicks, in capital letters. And the discount code will get you 10% off in her shop from now until January 31st. And then she is going to do a drawing of all the people who have used that code for an additional $20 gift card winner. So again, I will have all these details below. I know that's probably seems like a lot, but I will have that all written out below so you can read over it. Now, she only ships to the US and Canada right now, but for those of you that comment below for the $20 gift card that I'm pulling from the commenters for, she is going to offer a $20 off of $20 gift card for any of her designs, because she is a designer as well. TopKnot Designs is her name. So any international people that would like to be entered for that, you can also put I Love Abby, but put I Love Abby International so that I can keep track of, you know, who's who. Okay. Another drink. And then I'm going to read to you her little write-up of who she is and why she does this. TopKnot Stitcher Shop is my tiny side hustle turned dream job, an online LNS that exists because of the support of my amazing customers and the Flosstube Stitchy community. I'm small, a one-woman, one-cat operation, and scrappy, and I'm super proud of the cozy, curated Stitchy shop I have built. I went from a tiny Etsy shop in 2017, selling needle minders, just hoping to pay for airfare to a retreat, and took the leap to expand to a full virtual LNS in 2020. I still pinch myself every day that I get to do this for a living. As a very new and aspiring designer myself, I especially love getting to highlight the work of newer designers and amplifying the next wave of creativity in our industry. I love the people I get to work with, like Jan Hicks, a little plug, and the products that I carry. I want TopKnot Stitcher Shop to be known for awesome designs and supplies, quick shipping, superb customer service, and being a welcoming place for all. I aim for my customers to get a curated online shopping experience. This isn't Amazon. You won't find everything, but you'll find lots of fun and fresh designs, plenty of classic prim designs with a smattering of reproduction samplers mixed in. I carry new releases as well as older favorites. You won't always find a full line of a floss brand in stock. I run the shop out of the second bedroom in our little parsonage home. I don't have the space, but you will find plenty of colors and a variety of materials available. I'm also always happy to do custom orders or help to kit up a new project when requested. You should be able to find your favorite things while also trying out something new. A couple things I always like to highlight about my shop. I offer $5 flat rate shipping in the US, and orders generally ship within 1 to 2 days, which is great in this world, unless it's market season and or an order contains a pre-order item. And she does do pre-orders for things that designers are releasing. You know, she does a pre-order while she's waiting to get it from the distributor or the designer. A TopKnot Stitcher Shop Oh, and TopKnot Stitcher Shop is an awesome place to see the upcoming Nashville market releases and place pre-orders. I share the new releases frequently on my Instagram, and her Instagram, what's the word I'm looking for? Her Instagram name, that's not the word I'm looking for. But anyways, at TopKnot Stitcher. And we'll have a Nashville 2023 page on my shop when it gets a little closer, including a special newcomers section featuring the first-time exhibitors. That would be me. So I hope that you will visit Abby's shop, TopKnotStitcher.com, that you will take a look around, take advantage of that $10 off or 10% off code, and also be entered for the drawing both here in my comments section and on her shop from all of those that have shopped there and used that code. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions. And as I said, all of these details will be listed in the show notes below. Okay. I am going to switch gears here and get my haul. Don't have a whole lot, have a little bit of fun things, and then we will continue. Hold, please. I'm ready now with my little bit of haul, and then we'll have giveaways and plans, which I bet you can guess what my plans consist of. Anyways, I got some sweet Christmas cards. Make sure I'm holding them the right way. This one is from Teal and her husband, Alan. Thank you, Teal. And this one is from my dear friend Carolyn with a kitty. I mentioned that Abby did gift me with a coupon code to her shop so I could experience shopping in her shop. And these are the charts I got. Kinder Than Necessary by La Di Da, which is one that I've had my eye on for a while. It says, be kinder than necessary and love beyond measure. And you really can't beat that sentiment anytime, anywhere. And then Embroidery Garden by Nikki's Creations. This was one of her releases, I think, at Market last year. And I had my eye on it. And this is one of the ones I said, I think I'll pass on that one. I got it from Abby. Yay. I don't know when I'll do these. You know that. I got the next set of NPI Silks from Fat Quarter Shop. Their Fine Floss Club. This is the December flosses. And I got from Stitch Folk, Berry. This, what looks like it's kind of a strange thing, isn't it? Doesn't it? What it is, and I actually meant to have something set up to show you, and I totally forgot. I'm sure you probably saw this on Brenda and Laura's channel as well. So this is a floss holder. You know, we put our floss on the floss rings, and it hangs down, and it gets kind of, it takes the chance of getting kind of messed up. With this little gadget, there's a snap on the top. You hook your ring around that, and the flosses hang down in the case so that they're protected from any dust or any cats or other assorted things that can happen to floss. Hopefully nothing gets, hopefully nothing gets spilled on it, but if so, it's protected. So isn't that a pretty pattern? Pretty fabric. So had to get one of those, give that a try. So that's just a few little odds and ends that I got since I saw you last. And then we have the Shopping at Acorns. So this is their bag. This is a reusable bag. It's a paper leather bag. So it's sturdy, it holds a lot, and it's reusable. And if you take it back with you and shop and use this, they give you a 10%, I think it's a 10% discount on your purchase. So I did take it with me. Let's see what's in my little bag of goodies here. OMG. My brain. Wait till you see what I just got. Or what I just saw. It wasn't even a couple weeks that went by. Guess what my giveaway is for this video? Told you I wanted it. Oh my God. So the other charts that I got while there, and I don't have these. So this is the new one from Brenda Gervais, the maker and the mender. I love that saying. This is a gorgeous chart. Of course, what of hers isn't gorgeous? The needle, be it though so slim and slender, is both a maker and a mender. And then this is needlework press and be kind to one another. The companion for their diligent. In all things be exceedingly diligent. This one on the back cover, I do have that one. And I've had this in my mind to get at some point. So it was there. I got it. I got a couple of trims. Rick Rack from Lady.Creates. I was hoping I'd be able to use them on one of these pillows, the spring pillows, but the color isn't right. And Rick Rack really wasn't the look I was going for with these pillows. Anyway, Rick Rack to me says a little bit more of a country finish, and I wanted something more elegant. So I got them kind of as a last resort. I'll have them for something in the future. The other thing I got was fabric. Picture this plus fog in 40 count. All of these are fat quarters. Picture this plus I know is hard to come by sometimes. I was pleased to see that Acorns had a nice selection of it. So some of it came home with me. Lakeside Linens Bisque, another fat quarter. Because also Lakeside Linens is hard to get. So some of this came home with me. That's another 40 count. Did I say that? I don't know. This is more Barb's Blend, R&R Reproductions, another 40 count. I do have some Barb's Blend in 36 count. I wanted 40 count. And this is actually kind of has more of the coffee staining on it than my other Barb's Blend. And this, I may be putting my new sampler on. That's a possibility. And then last but not least, another piece of Lakeside Linen Vintage Light Exemplar. Really pretty. And I think that is also a 40 count. That's a 46 count. Really pretty. So that was my haul for this week. Not very much, mostly fabric, which is okay. Because I don't have time to stitch anything else. And I seem to get duplicates when I do. All right, so let me put this aside. And let's talk giveaway. Giveaways from the last video. So I had two charts, the Rudolph chart, they're both from Fat Quarter Shop, the Rudolph chart and the cookie cutter ornaments chart. So for Rudolph, and these were going to US only for shipping. So the winner of that one is Jamie Clounch. She says, my favorite cookie cutter shape is the Christmas tree. Yes, the old animated Rudolph is my favorite. Can't beat a classic. My favorite winter color is greenish teal. No, I didn't see the kitty in the pattern, and I would use the color 550 or 797 if she were doing my Antonia Puello in one color. There will be a kitty in the next balloon pattern too. Okay, so Jamie is the winner. Jamie Clounch is the winner of the Rudolph pattern. The cookie cutter pattern is going to Debbie Mason. She says, my favorite cookie shape is a heart, so versatile. My favorite winter color is red. I did not see the kitty in the design. The color I would pick would be DMC 115. So you two send me an email at jan@janhickscreates.com with your mailing address. and I will get those out in the mail to you. International winners. So these are for PDFs of my patterns. The first one, Samplings of Lace Winter. And of course, I don't have it to show you because it's over in Portland, visiting over there. Okay, so the question for that was what winter color is your favorite? And Amy Crane is the winner of this one, and she says, my favorite cookie shape is reindeer. I love the classics like Rudolph and watch them as often as I get. My favorite winter color is ice blue. I missed the kitty, and my favorite color is teal, and I normally use it for monochromatic pieces. I love that so many of you love the blue and teal colors. All right, so Amy is getting Samplings of Lace Winter. Carolyn's Balloons Winter. The question was, did you see the kitty in the balloon? Lucinda Dunkley Smith is the winner of that one. And she says, thank you for showing all of your Christmas stitching you have placed around your home. My favorite winter colors are blue and silver, and the kitty was in the bottom balloons basket. Very good, Lucinda. Okay, so Linda's getting Carolyn's Balloons Winter. And the last one is the Antonia Puello 1913, and the question was, an option would be to stitch Antonia in a single color. What color would you pick? Using the British spelling of color. Darlene LK wins this one, and she says, always love seeing what you are working on. My favorite winter color is blue teal. I did notice the kitty in the design. I would stitch the piece in a teal color. Canada uses color with the U as well, because of course they are a British part of the British Commonwealth, and probably use my Mrs. Sadis floss that I have. So that's awesome. Darlene, I haven't heard from you in a while, so congratulations. I'm glad to see that you won this. So those of you who are getting the PDFs, email me as well at jan@janhickscreates.com with the email address you want me to send the PDF to, and I will send that to you. Okay, so that is the giveaways from last time. I didn't have any giveaways planned for this time. I apparently realized that I wouldn't need to because I'd have one in my haul. Oy vey. Kinder than necessary. And I haven't come up with a any cute little, this is open to only US as well. I haven't come up with any cute questions for this. Yeah, my brain isn't there today. Tell me, no, just say the word that you'd like the pattern kinder than necessary, that you'd love to stitch the pattern kinder than necessary, and I will search on the word kinder. So that's the giveaway. I better make a note of that or I'll never remember. Okay. I put it in the wrong place. Of course I did. You need to go up here. Okay, plans. Did I tell you about market? All of my thought is on market. I do have, yeah, so the Vintage Christmas alphabets that I showed you, like I said, ABC is out now, available for purchase. Let your shops know if you're interested. D and E will be coming out in February. F and G will be coming out at market. So I will be designing those to get those going. Working on Carolyn's Balloons. Working on another one that there's a little bit of a sneak peek back here if you remember me showing you that one. I'm working on designing that one. We'll see if I have that done in time for market. She's a biggie, and that's going to be my life and all the other things that go into getting ready for market. Everything from lighting to signs to pens and everything in between. So that will be my life from now until March 5th when market ends, March 6th when we check out of the hotel and start driving back. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your time and all the support that you've given me in 2022. It was an amazing year for my design world, and I look forward to seeing what 2023 brings me. I hope to bring you a lot of gorgeous patterns that you fall in love with and love to stitch. I hope you enjoy every moment of your stitching. I hope you have a fantastic new year. I will see you out and about on social media with different sneak peeks as time goes on.